Kenyans adhere to these measures if we are to score significant gains against this monster and keep our country safe. Each and every one of us, and collectively as a country, we are now called to observe and watch over these measures. Let us not shy away to point out those in our midst who are not observing the measure and thereby putting the nation at risk. In line with the pronouncement by the President of the importance of wearing face masks, let me reiterate that it is critically necessary that every Kenyan wears a face mask whilst in public spaces. Everyone must make the effort to get a mask to protect themselves and others, as we endeavor to provide them some where we can, free of charge, through our county governments and other partners. The measures announced so far call for drastic change in the way we live and the way we behave. It is not convenient, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Kenyans, but we must not be afraid to embrace that which will save us from the danger lurking around us. We are at war with an enemy that is invisible. To fight this enemy more than ever before, we must remember to embrace simple and basic measures which have proved to be effective elsewhere and have been cited as best practice. These include washing our hands with soap and running water, as well as keeping social distancing. Let me say this: we will not hesitate to take even bolder measures in the coming days. The virus is already here with us, and we cannot run away from it. It is around us, and we have embarked with it a chasing game. Should we allow this to happen, it will be very, very difficult for us to catch up with it. I want to take this opportunity to once again thank our healthcare workers in public, private, and mission hospitals who have worked tirelessly and sometimes under very difficult circumstances. We would not have been able to make the gains that we have had it not been for their dedication. Being our frontline heroes, I want to assure them that we will do everything possible to provide them with every facility that is necessary to enhance their performance. I also want to thank the Ministry of Transport, Infrastructure, Housing and Urban Development, and the county government of Mombasa, and indeed their governor, Governor Joho, for the collaborative effort to provide disinfectant sprayers at Likoni Ferry. Such efforts contribute to the overall measures by the ministry to fight the virus. I would like to encourage other counties to also come up with innovative ways to complement the national government efforts. In the same vein, I also want to take the opportunity to recognize the efforts by the Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology, Innovation and Youth Affairs, together with the Ministry of Education, as well as the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, for introducing new education-oriented programs on television and radio to ensure that our children are productively engaged during this period. Further measures to enhance social distancing that we are going to institute must now include even the following. Number one is that in sporting clubs, open-air sporting clubs that have walking fields and so on, must strictly observe social distancing. We have seen people walking, and yes, it is necessary that people also stay healthy, but we must observe social distancing. We have observed in some walking clubs where people are running next to each other, and there is no better way of passing this virus than when they do so. So I would like to ask, and I would like to reiterate, that the managers of those walking clubs must restrict numbers in the club so that people do not, people can be able to keep social distancing. This measure we are going to observe for the next couple of days and may then take further measures if it becomes necessary. You are aware, it's not a secret that even in golf clubs have also been abused. Consequently, all golf clubs must be closed with immediate effect. Golfers are free to walk, keeping social distances, but there will be no candies in any of those golf clubs. In this particular case, it is actually the reverse. It is the members who will eventually pass the virus to the caddies, and therefore golf clubs will remain closed and the clubhouses will remain closed. Further, testing of all health workers and medical staff, including those in private hospitals, rapid response teams, and all staff in all facilities holding quarantined persons must commence testing with immediate effect. I would like to report that we are lucky that we have started rapid testing in our facilities because we have got new reagents that can allow us to automatically test and not do the manual test that we have been doing. And for that reason, we will be able to carry out those tests very quickly. But it is important that we start with our medical staff, even as we fight to ask them that to be careful. We must also now ensure that we do not have medical staff who are also treating people when they have got the virus and therefore passing the virus to citizens. So we must do that with immediate effect.